in 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Coco and Rosh are here and we are continuing Ace Attorney investigations.
Hello!
What special circumstance dictated the need for the killer to frame someone?
Who the murder victim was is the most sensible one to me because he's the FBI agent
Mm-hmm.
who could expose the smuggling ring, so watch this be totally wrong.
Probably. I think it is.
Oh, for Edgeworth! The reasoning I gave was better than that! And I'm a care assistant!
The killer was at a loss of what to do with Agent Hicks' body. But as it just so happened, there were a bunch of empty suitcases nearby. Being a
Oh my god! I'm so angry!
What? Why? Why would you go that route? Being a skinny man, the killer thought to put his body in the suitcase and hand it off.
You mean that whole plan to frame someone was an elaborate coincidence? Oh wait, shit, that wasn't the voice again.
No, that's not what I said. You've wrongly deduced my meaning, Miss Mia. The one with the wrong deductions is you. Think before you speak again.
Do you know what's extra infuriating about this is that I gave my deduction for it and his is just so wildly different. I'm just like, oh come on!
Yep. I mean, you would think that would be what is meant by who. Patience, Francisca. I was about to reveal the truth.
I don't fucking know. Just pick one. It doesn't seem to matter. He'll come up with his own bull.
This seems
Anyway.
more sense than when. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Camille. Only you and you alone could be the killer.
And are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence.
I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. Isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture. Well, what haven't we used?
The cookie!
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 Cookie?
Is it one of the documents? I don't know.
Right, not that, not that, not that, not that, not that, not that, not that.
Delicious.
Not that. Oh, well, that was,
Yeah, we used that. Yeah.
And we use that.
Oh yeah, was it maybe this?
I don't have any actual evidence,
I thought not.
but that's because it went missing and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, There is one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca. You were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone. Or at least that's what you told me. That's right. But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene.
You mean the killer took the phone with them?
Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer.
Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well?
We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Just tosses her off. Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance.
I'm sorry, Coco, that has a very, very sexual meaning in the UK. Oh dear.
You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do.
Jeez, I didn't expect this from you. Agent Hex's phone! It's ringing somewhere, sir.
I hear it, Detective. Now where is it coming from? Oops.
Yes, sir? Mr. Edgeworth! Sounds like the cell phone's in the flight attendant's room, sir.
Isn't that all the way upstairs?
He's got good hearing.
Indeed, we should move to retrieve it at once.
Oh, look how pleased with himself he is. Oh, I love Gumshoe.
It sounds like it's coming from the flight attendant's room.
I agree. Please don't hang up just yet. Let me find it first.
That's fine, but let's get one thing straight.
Yes.
Don't you dare answer his phone when you find it, understand?
I understand that you don't want to pay for the call.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
She only earns what? 40k a year? Probably 80k. She's definitely top 5%.
Mm-hmm.
March 12, 4:12 p.m. Flight I-390, first floor, flight attendant's room.
The ringing's coming from in here, so sorry. The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir.
Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. Maybe it's that bright thing right there.
Maybe, but
Or
we
not.
can look around.
Doesn't seem to be over here.
And let's look somewhere else, sir.
The
Pardon
ringing
me?
is coming from somewhere around here.
But it's not here, sir.
Why do I have such a bad feeling about where we're going to find the phone? I wonder if it might be inside this suitcase.
I don't hear any sounds coming from inside, sir.
I don't suppose the culprit would have been so dumb as to try the same trick twice.
The ringing's coming from in here, sir.
What? No, it can't be.
This has got to be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir?
It's Miss Tenero's.
What? Cammy, you crafty bitch. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Miss Tenero's locker.
What? What?
Rhoda Tenero.
I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me! It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the key card. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time. This is related to the key card, all right. In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bad we cannot ignore. What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point.
I am also here. Just noticed I'm there, sorry.
Alright then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on or in it. What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail.
Oh, the screen's cracked.
That's my phone right now.
Oh no.
The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with this.
Good. Made by Apple, presumably. I say this is a long time Apple user, so don't get on at me, guys.
Huh, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures?
No, it's a sticker on the back, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this bit of basic stuff, sir.
This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take pictures just fine.
Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case. If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for a killer smuggler.
But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
I'll find a way, don't you worry about that.
May I go back to sleep now?
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data.
What?
What do you mean by that, Francisca?
It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone.
Francisca, your phone, if you please.
Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now.
This is...
Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case.
Hey, the only threads nowhere in this picture. But this has no meaning. Sorry, I did it in my own voice there. But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? Oh, she's right. There's not much we can do about this. Sorry, there's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks's killer, sir.
Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? Okay, so the statue's supposed to be around here. Once it
There's
comes
no like you remember it was like caught on top of a sheet, yeah.
in. Yeah, and it would have been around here.
I guess, yeah.
What's all this?
Oh, they are cargo shipped from Virginia to Zengfa.
So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zengfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? I'm glad you're still around for some reason. Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere.
It says bed sheets. Presumably that made more sense in the Japanese. But they just swapped it to English without changing the graphic or something.
Yeah.
One cluster of boxes is written in Virginian. It says, it is cloth in English.
Cloth? Could it be? Is this where the killer...
What? What is for that scary face?
I thought I read that wrong for a second. Miss Meal.
Yes.
It appears that Ancient Hicks is no ordinary investigator.
Hmm?
He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is.
Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, should be this.
And what is that supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there is one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zhengfa had cloth written on it.
Oh, it must be those ones that I'm an idiot.
In Virginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed the piece from to clean up the blood with. Ooh, that's a weird sentence.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Virginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Camille.
Ha! That's pretty flimsy.
Aw, poor doll.
The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Virginian.
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Virginian, well then. Logically, the killer would have opened this box first.
Bed sheets. Watch this be wrong. Hey, it says bed sheets in English right in the box, sir.
Precisely. And bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
So what are you trying to say?
That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first.
However, the killer chose to use some Virginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that?
The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was the cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Virginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color.
Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zengfa.
That's right. That is why the Virginian cloth was used. And the only Virginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camille. You and you alone.
Ugh!
It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we'd have to do is contact the Zengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So, what do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zengfa?
Oh, oh no! He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. I.
March 12, 5:26 p.m. Flight I-390, first floor, lounge.
We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir.
Very good, Detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that?
They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir.
He probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
Mr. Edgeworth. I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much.
It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation.
But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that... Well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation.
That's...
I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it.
No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we here at iFly Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Now, I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go. Aww. I still stand by my thing that those are going to get really popular because we're part of a murder case. I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy, it was fun. Was it fun?
Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges.
Wasn't it turbulence?
Same difference. By the way, where's Francisca?
Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for departure.
Departure.
Yeah, Ms. Von Karma is always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding our case.
Detective. Can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier?
You got it, sir.
March 12, 5:47 p.m., Hope Springs Airport.
Francisca.
I thought I told you when you first landed I have no time for idle chatter.
I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met.
I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am?
You are Francisca von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect.
Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing pirouette.
How do you pronounce
Piero.
it? Piero?
Piero. Yeah, it's he's a famous clown from I think French theatre, but it's just become kind of synonymous with like a sort of naive clown figure.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, Piero.
A dancing Piero living her life on the name and fame her invincible father built.
True, your father Manfred von Karma didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible.
What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture.
Sounds like a dangerous assignment.
You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself.
We know.
Yes, I suppose you can. Take a bullet to the shoulder and just shrug it off.
Plus, there's another agent on this case with me.
Just whip it out of the air. Oh, you're shooting me. That's how fast she can go.
Slices the bullet in half.
Pathetic. No, it'd be foolish, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's more her thing.
Oh, another agent.
He's a star among the Interpol agents, you know, like always, and has the highest successful arrest rate.
Like always in these games.
Who knows, you may even run into him one day, like perhaps in the next case.
I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths.
Because I'm a very good character, you bitch.
I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same.
I'm not following you.
You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back. In full.
And just like that, she's gone. That's her. Thank goodness! I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip.
Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation.
Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm going to celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Oh my god, he's so sad.
Just how much do you cut his salary by, Francisca?
You
You?
cannot talk. Anything she cut off, she was like, oh shit, if I cut off any more, he will literally not be able to eat. Edgeworth, how much did you take from him?
Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office.
Oh, he can't, like, pay for food, but you're gonna make him use his gas money on you. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Maybe you can get it back on the job.
Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisca von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Edgeworth speaking.
Ah, finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through.
And you are?
Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy?
Mr. Amano? Ernest Amano, correct?
So you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped.
Murdered, you mean?
Kidnapped.
You sure it's not murder?
Kidnapped. It's always so awkward when you don't know who the character is at first because the voice is always wildly out. Oh dear.
Yay! That is the end of the second case.
Thank you so much for joining us. I know Saku had a blast doing the bits when he could, and he's a fantastic Edgeworth. So
Oh, yes. Yes.
Coco did a great job too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Shut up.
Thank you. Well, see you guys on the next one.
Ta-ta.